And as we mentioned, the NTSB released its preliminary report on the derailment today. So let's bring in our Blair Miller now in Washington. And Blair, you've been going through that report and just spoke with investigators. What are their latest findings?
And so, David, investigators here at the NTSB are looking at a number of factors, and one big focus right now is on the wheel bearings on that train that possibly overheated. Earlier today, we got our first look at the report by the National Transportation Safety Board that looks at what went wrong. This preliminary report shows how investigators looked at surveillance video from a resident showing what appeared to be a wheel bearing in the final stage of overheat failure moments before that derailment. Investigators say that the warning alarms went off for the crew, and they believe the crew of the train did nothing wrong. Now, some of that equipment that was on board the train is being tested in Texas and here in D.C. Investigators believe that will give them some very solid clues on what caused that derailment. David?
All right, Blair, what are investigators saying about the cooperation from Norfolk Southern or other groups involved?
Yeah, and David, it's a good question because investigators were asked that today. They say so far everyone is cooperating, but David, as you know, this investigation will go on for some time. It could last for months. The chair of the NTSB said here this afternoon that they will hold a rare investigative field hearing that will take place in Ohio sometime in the spring. David?
All right, Channel 11's Blair Miller reporting for us tonight from Washington, D.C. Blair, thanks as always.